Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Those Foreign Guys, episode 5.
Hey, we made it.
Wow.
We made it.
I think it's like, to me, it's like, I feel like we've been doing this so much longer than 5 episodes. But I'm like, are we on episode 70 yet? Like, where are we?
Kind of in a weird way, it feels like it's a lot longer than 5. But at the same time, when I look back, I'm like, it's only 5?
Yeah.
It just keeps coming back to, really? We talk so much. I see you guys so much. Maybe we should just always have a video going.
Just following us around for our daily lives.
True.
But yeah, episode 5. Today, we are still missing our good friend Dogger.
Hasn't come back down yet.
Yeah, still.
Rest in peace.
Wherever you are, Dogger, please come back.
Yeah, please come back. We're gonna. I think we said last episode we need to go to a seance or something this week, and just do a little chanting, necromancy.
I feel like Dogger has been missing out on a lot of stuff these days. Not only the podcast, but like just going out with us and everything.
Oh, would you say that we've been partying a little bit?
Wait, who's we?
Yeah. Well,
Have you been
what do you-
partying?
Yeah.
Excuse me, you were not there on Friday?
No, I don't recall being
He
anywhere
didn't-
Friday.
He didn't say that he wasn't gonna party anymore.
That too. Oh, wait,
was
that
you
too.
this
Yeah,
time.
No,
Hold up.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I was partying. I don't care.
Because last episode he tried to defend it. He was like, "No, it didn't count. I had to hang out with the boys."
Oh, yeah, there were a lot of
stand by-
technicalities.
I still stand by that day. But like this past weekend, yeah, that was definitely me partying.
So you broke edge.
Well, yeah.
And
I said I
think-
was gonna slow down.
So to expand on slowing down, do you see yourself getting out next weekend?
Yes. But next weekend is a little bit different because there's a place that we talked about that we go to, Ep.5.
Okay, right.
And the last Sunday of every month, they have a rock party. And our good friend Jay is a DJ there, and he always asks us to go there. So I'm going to go for that.
Even though he never plays what we ask.
Actually, true. But I always have fun there, too.
I've always seen their advertisements for this rock night,
Uh-huh.
but I've never gone. Is it like actual? Like, what kind of rock is it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. Like, people basically just give their suggestions, and then the DJ will kind of determine by what has been played recently and if it will fit and, like, go with the flow. But it can get kind of heavy sometimes.
Yeah, I'd say there are sort of 2 sets where they have the first DJ whose name escapes me. I want to say Eddie, but I'm only like 70% sure.
I think it is Eddie.
So when he plays sort of softer music, softer rock music, easy, kind of more mainstream pop, easy to digest. And then when Jay comes on, it starts getting heavier and heavier. And so it goes from me being like, I know this, to being, what?
and me being like, this shit too. Fuck yeah.
I was say, what percentage of the night do you think you're like swinging your hair, like headbanging?
It's not that much, but like even the stuff that I'm not totally into, I still just try to enjoy it because like I'm there to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all requests.
I actually have no
Mostly.
idea
I would say
exactly how
yes.
it works. But
Well, you go into the booth and there's like a little computer there, and you just type in the name of the artist and the song, and then they basically will like read it and be like, yeah, that one would fit right now.
So what are the odds that I could go and get Nickelback played?
I
think
hope
very
zero.
low. I think very low.
Yeah. Maybe I think on Eddie's session you could, but just purely because he does sometimes play a bit more bubblegum rock,
Yeah.
if I could call it something.
But then there
But-
is a thing that tends to happen is like whenever something like that gets through, people like it really turns down the mood.
Yeah.
Like people just sit down, people just start leaving.
To Nickel, dude, you play Rockstar in a bar. The throwbacks happen.
Wait, what? How does that one go?
I'm not even gonna try.
Come on.
I see the bait and I'm not taking it.
No, see, I only know what the look at this photograph.
Oh yeah,
That one, yeah.
that one's okay.
That's the only Nickelback song.
That entire
I
album
know.
is fire.
So hit us with Rockstar, Hunter.
You know, the very first album I bought was a Nickelback album.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It explains
Yeah.
so much.
Well, you guys, what was the first album you bought? I'm gonna take my shoes off also. 'cause they're
the-
squeaking.
We spoke about this episode 2. Don't wear the slippers.
Don't wear the slippers. Yeah.
And now you're wearing them. Okay. I think the first album with my own money as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So it was 2004, I think. Gorillaz Demon Days was the first album I bought.
What is that?
You don't know Gorillaz?
Like the Gorillas?
Yeah, like
With the
Feel
Z?
Good Inc.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then, like
I don't know the song
Eastwood.
names.
Oh, so good. That was the first album I bought with my own money. and I just bopped all day, all night. And my father was like, "What is this?" Like some of the songs, he was like, "Okay, cool," like the feel, the sort of more mainstream ones. But some of the ones where they sort of have this low kind of, I wouldn't say it's singing or rapping, but they sort of just have this spoken poetry to a beat. And my father was just like, "What is this? Is this music? Is this what kids call music these days?"
That's probably what my dad was thinking when I was listening to Nickelback, honestly.
So yeah, that was mine.
I don't know because, well, I guess because I'm old. No, I'm just kidding. No, but so what I would say is the first thing is being in Ecuador, there weren't that many places to actually get albums easily, especially for the music that I was listening to at the time. So it would either be like pirated stuff or when I was like in my early teens, that was like the Wild West time of the internet. Like you could just download anything.
What was it? Napster and
LimeWire.
LimeWire. Oh yeah, not just music, but other stuff too. Yeah? Some viruses.
Yeah. So I can't really remember. I think like the one that I do remember buying is Lamb of God when I went to their concert in China.
Lamb of God?
Yeah.
But by the time you went to China, you were already a well-made 28-year-old man, no?
No, I was 19 when I first went there. I was 21 when I went to that concert. Wow. And I got their album there at the concert because they had two concerts. The thing was they were supposed to have one on one day in Beijing and then the other one in Shanghai. But, China being China, they just canceled. No, the Shanghai government didn't allow them to come play.
Oh.
Not sure why. So instead, they had two concerts in Beijing, and I went to Beijing for both of them. I went to the first one. I bought the album there. And then there was one day in between. I went to the Forbidden City, and I met them there. And, yeah, we hung out that day, and we did some illegal things, too. Wait, I shouldn't say that.
Oh, yeah,
you should actually
this
edit
is about
that
10 years ago?
Like,
that would be good. 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
No, but like it involves the band. I should have talked shit about that. But anyways.
It's interesting you say that because my imagination of, I guess, all rock or metal bands is that they're all doing illegal shit.
Yes, but you don't want to talk about them doing that in China because it potentially limits their ability to go back if they wanted to.
If they are getting cancelled by the Chinese government because of those
Hearing
foreign
our
guys. Man, I'm taking that. I don't care. They can get cancelled. I'm
Xi
taking that.
Jinping's just chilling in his office like, "Oh, I love those foreign guys."
This motherfucker.
That's
all right. So anyways, yeah. And then I got my that same CD that I bought the day before, I got it signed by all of them.
That's sick.
Yeah. And then when I went back to Ecuador, I gave it to my best friend who it actually introduced me to that band when we were teenagers.
I was about to say, do you still have it? We can sell that, make some good money. But you know
he
what?
Has it.
Giving it as a gift, I think, is the second best way you can do something with something like that.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool gift. I haven't ever gotten anything like cool, like signed or anything like that by bands before, but I did catch a drumstick at a concert one time.
Oh,
that's also pretty cool.
Two Door Cinema Club. They do Undercover Martyr and one of the other songs that was like really mainstream.
Is the name Two Door Cinema Club?
Yeah.
Because I know something with the doors, but
that's Three Doors Down.
Ah, okay, yeah.
I immediately know who you're thinking
I was like,
about.
I know something about a door, but okay.
No, this concert was actually in Incheon in Korea, and it was like it's the Pentaport Rock Festival. They get like a bunch of these like random named artists to come. A lot of like Korean indie artists go there and play, which is really cool. But like the main headliners are always like these really old bands that like I kind of like we would know, grow up listening. So like I saw the Fray there, like How to Save a Life.
Okay,
yeah,
I know them.
And actually the band that did the League of Legends song Against the Current is the band name. It's the girl that did Legends Never Die. And she did the big like lean backwards on her back.
No idea.
Anyway, yeah, but their band was there and they were really good. And then Weezer.
I love how you're talking about these rock bands staring at me. I think it'll be easy to stare at Brian. Maybe he has some idea.
I don't really know.
You know any of these?
No, not really.
Yeah, they're all, like,
it's
they're
not
all
my
pretty
kind
low
of rock.
people. Yeah, I mean, they're not like super famous either. They're usually, if they were famous in like the 2005s.
So when you were like 10.
Yeah, exactly. I only know
that would actually be when I would know them too.
See, you don't know the Fray?
No.
Wait,
but again, this is not
I
my.
probably know the song.
Everyone knows a phrase song without knowing that
Yeah,
they know
probably.
the phrase.
Exactly.
But also, like I said, it's not my type of rock because I don't like. When I say I listen to rock, I'm actually talking about metal.
Metal, yeah.
That's why.
That's why Shanghai cancelled your band.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as he
But-
said the name was Lamb of God, I
Yeah,
was like,
Lamb
yeah,
of-
that's
you know,
definitely a
there's-
heavy metal
No,
band.
but that-
What are the metal bands doing with the cats on stage?
No, nothing, dude. What do you mean? But also, it's ironic because like Shanghai would not allow them to play, but Beijing would, and twice.
Is it just because they have different governments in different cities? Or?
They have like special administrative zones,
Yeah.
and Shanghai is one of them. So it is kind of like somewhat autonomous.
But I
So-
mean, if you look at what's happening recently in terms of pandemic, Shanghai is just their government's just we're doing things our way and no one else is gonna say anything. So
Like I said before, I am glad I left.
You liked the Korean handling of it better?
Yeah.
COVID?
What was wrong with it?
he's
No,
an
I was just
American.
asking.
Everything was wrong with it as an American, huh?
They were in what? What's that word?
Invading.
No, invading? No.
Invading your privacy?
No.
What are you-
In. Oh God, why am I bad at English? Imprinting their.
Imprinting. I don't think.
I
I'm gonna
have
go on a
no
limb and
clue
say
what
I
I'm
don't
trying
think
to
that's
say.
the word.
Infringing
Okay,
on my
yeah,
rights.
Okay,
There
infringing
it
on your
is.
rights.
Infringing on my
By
rights.
invading your privacy, yeah?
Yeah. Maybe.
No, I liked it. I felt very comfortable being here, and I don't know where I would have rather been during the pandemic.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Unless you were a Korean man in his 50s going to massage shops. I don't know if you ever saw like
what?
so for the listeners who don't know what's happened during the pandemic, the government, if someone had COVID, the government would send out sort of alerts saying this person had COVID. These are the places he visited. And in my city, there were so many 50-year-old dudes, and messages would just come out once a week saying 50-year-old man at Thai massage parlor on Friday night. If anyone else went, get tested. It just kept on happening every Friday night, and it's like, man, if you're a Korean woman married to a 50-year-old Korean man who's not at home on a Friday night, you just raise the eyebrows the entire time.
and your husband has COVID. You're like,
And your husband has COVID?
Where you
Oh,
been?
Where you been? Thai massage shop?
I mean, I think there are a lot of people who probably would not be happy with that part of COVID, of like how you were being tracked as in every single place that you had been.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't care. And also, I feel like it was a very effective way to make sure that people were getting, like containing the pandemic.
Yeah. I think the only issue I had, I think it just lasted too long. I think it was at a point where it's like, okay, we could probably like take masks off and stuff now, but it just felt like, okay, we're just going to keep wearing them until forever.
I still
but-
wear them at my school.
I still wear
Same.
them some days. The reason I wear it is supposed because of the air quality these days is
That's true
Fuck.
too.
That's the other one,
Terrible.
yeah.
But I mean, for us, it's kind of because, I mean, these days because of the change of the weather, also like a lot of people have been having the flu. So
Yeah.
just to keep everyone safe.
I believe us also included.
No, no, don't say us. So one of us has been coughing for about 3 months, 4 months.
No,
It's
but he
been
gave it
1
to me.
month.
I'm pretty sure I had the flu because I was dead for like 2 days.
Oh, okay. There was a time, I guess, where you guys were just
But I didn't have
passing
the flu at the
around.
time. It
you
was
had
just
something.
yeah, it was just a cough, but it
Oh,
was not the flu.
Okay, we'll go with
And
that.
then after that, I did get the flu.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. For me, it's been really weird. It's just been constant cough, sometimes sick.
But I think the pandemic has just done a number on everyone because it's not that I haven't been sick in my life. I think everyone's been sick. But since I got COVID during the pandemic, I've been sick more often than in the past 5 years before COVID. Even if it's just sort of just that niggling,
Yeah.
I just can't get rid of that.
But see, that's the great part about Korea is that when anyone coughs, you just get to go to the hospital.
For
Actually
that
true.
sweet,
Yeah.
cheap drugs. Ah.
It is so cool.
I've been to the doctor like 3 times in the last month.
Yeah.
And it's altogether I've probably spent for the doctor maybe $20, no, $15 $15. And for all the meds I've had altogether maybe 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you
Love
take
it.
your meds? Do you in the mouth or 3 times in the month is a
Well.
lot.
Well, there's
I'm just-
another. He's another way that he could take it too. But
Yeah. But on another note, how was your weekend?
Oh, great transition.
That
I love
was a smooth
it. Yeah,
transition. I like that.
Podcast pro right there.
Well, I mean, I think the good people already know what we did this weekend because they've been following our Instagram.
Yeah,
I hope they've been
I hope
following
so.
our Instagram account. But we went to a
Wedding.
Yeah.
A Korean wedding.
All
A
right, so
Korean
I want to
foreign
know
wedding.
your thoughts on Korean weddings.
Love it.
Love it?
Really?
As a South African, our weddings go all day.
Yeah, but
You
that's-
rock up in the morning at 6 a.m. to a church. You spend 2 hours, 3 hours in a church. Then you go somewhere else for the reception. You spend 10 hours at the reception. Then you go and do stuff after. No. I want 30 minutes. I want to be in and out and just bye-bye. But I mean, I think the reception part, let that be long. I like that. That's what
Yeah.
I'm there for. But to sort of just stand or watch people standing for 3 hours while some homie just keeps talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. You know what I'm saying? It's just, man, we know they love each other. We love them too. That's why we're here. Let's eat and party.
Yeah.
You know, let's get to the celebration.
Well, but that's the part that I feel is missing in Korean weddings.
Yeah.
There isn't the party and celebration part.
You telling me you didn't drink Budweiser and Chamiso after the ceremony?
It was wild.
It was so wild. We got really rowdy.
Yeah, man. I had, I think,
Yeah.
like 2 Budweisers. Holy shit.
And one shot?
And one
Ooh.
shot.
And
So
one
good.
shot. Maybe it was 2, but yeah.
But I get that, and I wish there was the sort of, dance hall and stuff. I'm just saying, in terms of the ceremony itself, hell yeah, it doesn't have to be 6 hours.
Okay, I would say in that sense, I do agree with you. Like, I feel like whenever I've gone to weddings in America, which I haven't really been to that many, I went to like my sister's, my mom's, basically, and both of them were like, I don't know, the ceremonies weren't super long, but like an hour usually, and that's too long. I'm just like, because I'm just sitting there, I'm just antsy, I'm just like, yeah, like you said, like I get it, like just hurry up, pronounce them, let them kiss, and
Yeah.
let's go party. And so in Korea, it's pretty cool because like, at least the like actual ceremony part of it does go by pretty quickly, 30 minutes or so. But you're right, it's missing that whole like actual. I think it's missing like the hangout factor. Like it was cool
Mhm.
because there were
Yeah.
so many people that we haven't seen in like a long time
True.
that were there,
Yeah.
and it would have been great if we like all had been able to go out. I think some people did go out afterwards, just like as a friend trip. But like you don't do it with like the bride and grooms. Like you
Well,
don't get to
they
see
were
them.
planning to, but then everyone else had plans.
Yeah.
And then I think they just kind of were like, oh, then next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's not like since there's not like a set thing to do after the wedding, it's like okay, we all kind of got there, and it was like okay, well we should go do something, but everyone's already made plans because
Yeah.
it's literally today is the day we're trying to plan something, and we had to go freaking far
Oh
for
my
that
God.
wedding.
Oh, yeah, nice casual 3-hour bus to the Bundus.
Well,
Maybe Bryant can share what we
hey,
did.
Brian, you never took the bus. How did you get there?
Wait. I think before the bus, we should explain why he wasn't on the bus.
oh
Do you want
my
to?
God.
So Brian, what'd you do on a Friday night, the night before the wedding?
So it was very, very crazy because I was like, after work,
Yeah.
I was just going to have some dinner in Hongdae. And then after dinner, I was like, I see all these people are coming, so I might have like a drink or two with them. So, I met up with Hunter and then some of the other people from the league group too. And we went to have some samgyeopsal, some Korean barbecue.
Really good.
Yeah, it was good.
Unlimited.
I wouldn't know.
And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna eat because I just had dinner. And then I see these pieces of meat just arriving and getting cooked, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna have some too. So we started already drinking there. Then we met up with Brandon and a bunch of other people. And then suddenly, just like that, then we went to Zen 2, which is a club. And then suddenly it was like 4 a.m. And then I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't be here because I should be getting up and taking a shower in 1 hour.
Can I just say, you were so blessed when you realized it was 4 o'clock because you sort of just sobered up and you were like, I shouldn't be here. I just shouldn't be here. I don't know
Yeah.
why I'm here.
So
I shouldn't be here.
From my point of view, what happened was I had asked these guys like, hey, we should go out drinking tonight because the place where we had to get on the bus to go to the wedding on Saturday morning was kind of close to where we usually hang out. And I'm on like the kind of the other side of the city. And so for me, it was like, okay, if I'm going to catch a bus at 7:30, I got to wake up at like 5:30, shower, get ready, go and get on the train to ride for 45 minutes to get there. Well, so I was like, oh, why don't I just go party all night, close by. I'll
Mhm.
stay at Brandon's house,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll just because he lives close. So I was like, okay, we'll just.
Oh, is
I'll
that
just
why
sleep
you were
there.
walking funny that day?
No, that's because I was hungover.
Mm.
But so I was like, yeah, let's just go party. Like, come on, guys, let's go. Let's just bring your stuff. I was telling because Bryant also lives really far away, so I was like, oh,
Yeah.
let's just bring your stuff with you. And he was like, I can't. I have to go to work. And then
No.
No, it was
Be
because
clear.
when you said that, I had already gone to work. I didn't have time to go home, pick up my stuff, and then go out. I was like going to dinner straight after work.
Yeah. So you don't have time. But I was like, guys, let's just go. Let's go. And luckily, like, there was another group of people that had said, like, oh, let's have a dinner tonight at 9 p.m. And so I was like, cool, I can go have dinner, have a few drinks, catch the last train, go home, and be good. Or if we end up staying out and partying, I'll just stay at Brandon's house. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we definitely did the latter.
But I do live on the other side of town, so I actually had to take a cab all the way back. And then when I got there, I'm like, okay, I have maybe 45 minutes to like take a quick nap. So I put all my alarms on because I'm like, I'm really tired. I need to put all of them,
How many are all?
like at least 5.
My man.
And my alarms are not like the soft kind of wake you up. They're like the actual just like buzz, like bam, bam, bam.
Oh, no, I remember because I slept at your house one day and I was like, what the fuck is that noise?
Yeah.
I thought bombs were going off or something.
Yeah. And so I put all of them on. I slept through all of them. And I was supposed to wake up 5:30, and then I just woke myself up at like 6:30, which is already too late for me to leave. Like if I left 6:30, I'm still gonna be late. So I woke up and then my first thought was there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. I didn't wake up on time. I mean, obviously there was a lot of ways that could have happened. But yeah, so then I just took a shower, got ready, did the whole thing. And then when I left my place, I think it was already 7. So I was like, guys, I'm running late. Yeah. And then luckily, because I'm on the train and it's such a long trip to go there, I'm looking for other options on Naver. Like, okay, somebody give me the address of this place. Let me see if there's other ways to get there. And yeah, like close to where I live, there's a train. There is one of the train stations. And so it was just like, yeah, go there, get the train ticket. It was like $20, and then you'll be there by 10. And the wedding started at 11, I
Yeah.
think.
You got
Yeah.
there before us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of this man woke up late, departed late, and got there before us. And I was like, wait, what
The
the
dream.
And the train was fucking comfortable.
Yeah.
It was really nice. The only problem was that it was so comfortable that I kept falling asleep. And every time the train would stop, I'd wake up and I'm like, holy shit, is this it? Did I oversleep? Did I go past my stop? And it was like, no, dude, you just left like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I did that every time. I kept checking on my phone and it's like, no, you're not even halfway there.
Yeah, I kept doing that night when we finally got. Okay, I actually don't remember a lot. Did we walk back to your house?
Yes.
Okay, we didn't take a taxi.
No.
Okay.
No, because we walked back and you were like, oh, I got to get myself at the subway. And then we walked to the subway and then you were like, I need the bathroom. And then we walked to the bathroom and you never used the bathroom. But then I needed the bathroom. But it was so bad. I opened the door and I was like, I can't do it. I took one look and I said I couldn't do it.
I do remember
Yeah.
getting my stuff from the
Yeah.
subway. But then after that, I don't remember walking home.
Oh,
All of that's blank until we got like right to your street, and then I remember walking up the
so
street.
do you forget everything you spoke about on the
Yeah,
way home?
probably.
Oh, I remember everything.
All right, tell me after the podcast.
Hunter, no, this is for the podcast,
Oh,
guys.
I don't think so. I don't
Guys,
think so.
this is what Hunter said.
Ooh, yeah, because I probably know what it's about. So
I think I know what it's about.
I'll just say Hunter really opened up and we had a good
did I?
heart to heart.
Shit,
The best heart to heart.
I hate doing that.
So-
I like to keep all my feelings secret.
Yeah, I know. That's what we spoke about.
Oh, really?
You even said, you were like, oh, usually I'm so bottled up. And I was like, exactly. So keep going, keep opening. You just kept on spilling all your
Oh,
deepest,
God.
I want to say
God.
darkest, like just sort of most close held secrets and feelings. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get him drunk every weekend.
Yeah, but I do remember getting to your house and laying down on my little makeshift bed,
You're welcome.
and then I woke up like 3 seconds later, and you were like, "We gotta go," and I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, guess we're getting ready," and realized I didn't have a belt or a tie. So
You're
yeah,
welcome.
thank you for letting me borrow those.
Always.
Yeah, but then we got to the wedding, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, it
Beautiful
is.
wedding.
And my boy Matt Moon
Shout out Matt
Shout out Matt and I guess
Congratulations.
Leah as well.
and Leah. Yeah,
I hope Leah watches. Matt, make her watch.
yeah. Hope you guys live happily ever after, forever.
Really great wedding. And going back to the idea of Korean weddings in general as well, that homie that was singing.
Oh yeah, he
He
was
felt,
really good.
he felt that shit. Oh my God.
Yeah, he was killing it.
I'd pay for him to sing to me.
We were just chilling in the back. I think the three of us were just chilling in the back. We were clapping along.
Yeah,
with
no,
We were
that
like,
guy
"Woo!"
was going. And then on that note as well, I've been to a Korean wedding before, a couple, but specifically for my ex-coworker, instead of having someone sing, this man wrote a song for his wife.
Oh.
And it was the cutest shit ever. We were all just like, oh my God, who knew we could sing? Who knew we could play guitar? We were just like, what the hell? This is so gorgeous. And then afterwards, his wife and her friend group came and did like the most crazy K-pop dance ever. We were like, oh, okay. It's just
Yeah.
this crazy juxtaposition of this lovely ballad into just pure K-pop madness.
The only other like Korean weddings I've been to, I went with someone, and her friends were like, because they weren't my friends getting married. It was my friends' friends getting married, and they're all like performers, or they went to like arts high schools, and they're all actors and actresses. And so it was like they went all out. Like they had choreography with like the bride and like her bridesmaids all had like a choreography dance, and the guy like sang the husband sang a bunch of songs and stuff like that. And so it was like, okay, well this is our performance right here. But it was really cool. It was really cool. I had a good time. Have you been to a Korean wedding, Bryant?
Before
Yeah,
Mad Moons.
one.
Yeah?
I've been
I'm
to
just
one.
realizing.
But I'd rather not talk about
yeah,
it.
yeah. We'll pass on that. We'll pass on that one.
But again, all I'm gonna say is I feel like the party element is missing
Yeah.
because like Ecuadorian weddings, like holy shit. Also, the same thing because it's like Catholic church type thing. It gets too long and boring in the beginning, but once shit gets started, doesn't end anytime soon.
Tell us about it. What happens?
Well, I mean, nobody remembers.
Which
Yeah.
means it was good.
It means it was good. Yeah.
So more than 2 Budweisers.
Yeah,
More
well,
than
Sorry,
two
more than
Budweisers
2
and-
what? Bud Heavies?
Oh, Bud
Oh,
Heavies.
it
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
Bud
Bud
Heavies.
Bud
Heavies.
Heavies.
Bud Heavies.
Yeah.
Love me some Bud Heavy. No, yeah. I mean, like, I think that's one thing that was okay about it was that there was free alcohol.
Mm.
But when there's not like the dancing and stuff, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna drink that much. Like,
Yeah.
I'll have a little bit. But there were some like ajushis over at the other table that were just like down in soju.
Oh, no,
and I
that was-
like,
The one Ajuma just came and she just, without blinking, took handfuls. I was like, how did her tiny little hands grab like 4 bottles of beers and like 5 sojus with one hand? I was just, teach me.
Teach me your
And
way.
Teach
then-
me.
Also, I was still hungover from the night before. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, we were all a little. I mean, I slept on the bus. I remember I went to sleep. We got on the bus and like the seats leaned back a little bit, so I leaned my seat back and like leaned my head on the side of the seat next to me, and I just passed out.
Oh, yeah.
And I woke up. The bus stopped, and I woke up, and I was like, "Are we here?" And they were like, "Oh, we're at a rest stop. We're like halfway." And I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm gonna go back to sleep." So I went back to sleep, and then I woke up from the bus stopping, and they were like, "We're here," and I was like, "It was like 5 minutes. It's great."
No, yeah, you passed out. You
Yeah.
put your little AirPods in and then
Yeah.
you were like,
Yeah, I was passed out. I did wake up a few times because I was conscious of drooling myself. So I was like, I gotta wipe that a little drool going on. Looked down, I was really tired. But then the bus ride back was hard for me.
oh yeah?
I couldn't sleep.
I slept a couple of times, but also I think half the time I didn't sleep.
Yeah.
We heard you sleep.
Yeah, I heard you sleeping.
you had a good time sleeping. But it was also really funny because what were you giggling about? Every
We were
so
listening to another podcast
Yeah.
together.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I could only see like the right hand side, and I was like, he's got no earphones in, but he keeps giggling. I was like, is this man okay? I was so confused. And you'd stop giggling, and then you'd start snorting, and I'm like, I'm so confused right now. What is going
Yeah,
on?
I gave Bryant one of my extra earphones. You want to listen to this podcast with me? He was like, okay. So he puts it in, and we were listening to this podcast, and we were just kind of giggling about it. And our friends on the other side of the bus were looking at us. And they're like, what are y'all doing? And I was like, listening to a podcast. And we just started laughing. And then we kept laughing. And my one goes, are you guys listening to your own podcast and laughing like this? And I was like, no, it's a different podcast. But if it was our podcast, I'd still be laughing.
Oh
that
no,
hard.
I regularly watch our podcast.
Yeah.
And I just giggle. I'm like, we said that shit.
Yeah. But yeah, we listened to that, and then at some point in the middle of the podcast, Bryant fell asleep. So he literally went from like 1 minute just like giggling and laughing to the next minute.
That's why I was so confused. I was just like, I don't get it.
And the people next, I kept making eye contact with the people on the other side. They just kept looking at you like, what's going on with Bryant right now?
That's why whenever I get in a relationship, I need someone who is a heavy sleeper, who won't mind my story.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that will never be me. The 3 times that I've been around Bryant and we're trying to go to sleep, I can't. It's impossible for me.
Well, I mean, you didn't sleep for other reasons.
Can I just say, Hunter snores as well? I don't
Yeah,
understand why
he
you
does.
ragging on him.
I
You
don't
literally
snore.
snore.
He does.
Hunter, you passed out in 5 minutes, and I was like, Hunter, are you ready to wake up? And then I was like, he's already responding. Is he okay? And I was
But
like,
it can't be a loud snore. There's no way.
It's not a lot.
I wish I had my record on so you could hear and judge for
I
yourself.
think when I drink, I do snore a little bit more.
Yeah.
But when I'm not drinking, I feel like I don't snore.
But you drink every day, so
I
you
don't
snore
drink
every day.
every day. Mom, I don't drink every day.
He drinks
So,
close to every day.
what about after the wedding? Did anyone get to do anything?
After the wedding?
Yeah.
Well, there are no bridesmaids, so. The other downside of Korean weddings.
No, bro. I went home and did chores.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what a good Saturday. And then I went out
Yeah.
to meet with a friend
I went out
I haven't seen in a
to
long time.
have some fun in Hongdae rocking the suit.
Oh, yeah?
I was like, I'm wearing the suit, might as well. I was so tired though, but I still fucking did it. I don't know how I'm awake right now.
Yeah, this man, Friday night, he's like, yeah, I should probably go to bed early, not party, because I have to be up early. So he goes out and parties, stays out, comes really hungover to the wedding, and then
Slept
that night-
only like an hour and a half.
Yeah. And then says, I'm going out tonight.
Yeah. And then, yeah.
And now we're here. Are you going out tonight also?
No.
You know
fuck
he
no.
is.
No.
Oh, I think that's a conversation for the next podcast. Bryant, how many times last week did you go out?
How many times a week do you think you'll go out
Mhm.
this week?
What? This week?
Yeah.
You mean this coming
From
week?
today to the next time we film the podcast, how many times do you think you'll go out?
None.
None?
None? Doubt.
None. I don't think so.
You're not going to go out next like Friday or Saturday?
No, I'm going to go out next Sunday.
Saturday too.
So
now.
it's gonna
next
be-
Sunday night?
Yeah, it's going to be after the podcast.
Okay.
After recording.
Let's see.
I'll say one,
See you
just in
Saturday.
case. Yeah,
Yeah.
because maybe
Yeah.
I will go on a Saturday, but it won't be more than that.
Okay.
It definitely won't
See you
be more than that.
Saturday,
Yeah,
and
see you
then,
on Saturday.
then I'll hear about Tuesday.
Just be like, yeah, this cute girl texted me on Tuesday and said she come to the party, so I
No.
went.
I couldn't say no. You know how it goes.
No.
I will say, like, one of my favorite, we're not going to talk about it on the podcast, but one of my favorite things about the podcast is coming here before and just hearing about Bryant's, like, love life story.
No, shut up. No, don't talk about
No, I'm
that.
not gonna say. I thought that's how we're gonna leave it. But I will just say, if there was a special version of the podcast where we could talk about that, it would be very interesting.
I mean, you say that, but I love hearing about yours, Hunter.
oh,
Because
mine?
again, like
Mine's
I said,
non-existent. What are you
yours,
talking about?
yours just you self-sabotage, and I love it. It's kind of like
Are you saying that
heartbreaking and at the same time funny.
Are you saying that I have no riz? That's what I'm hearing.
That's
right
exactly what I'm saying. Let the viewers decide.
Now. Nah. Oh my god, that'd be a funny video.
What?
I don't know. Us doing like a riz competition.
No, stop talking about
and let
the riz
and let the
competition.
viewers rate who has most riz between us.
I think what our viewers view from online versus in person.
That's what I'm saying. We
Changes.
put a GoPro on our heads, and they just have to follow us around
let's
all
follow
night.
us around, don't they? Okay.
They
I
follow us around
think
all night.
we'd have to put like a R18 for the GoPro we stick on Brian's head.
And we'll leave it at that.
the age restricted one, not suitable for kids or
That
parents.
that one is gonna be on OnlyFans.
On the Patreon. Only for the Patreon. Yeah. Well, speaking of Patreon, we've been kind of discussing some ideas for Patreon.
Yeah.
We talked today about maybe doing like a mukbang style thing. Mukbangs are really popular in Korea. Be fun.
I want to do all the mukbang videos.
For those who don't know what mukbang is, Bryant.
It's where we. Oh yeah, no,
Or
Brian,
Brandon.
Brian
Me?
loves the explanation. Yeah, go. What's a mukbang? Does he watch
Fucking
the
hate
mukbang?
mukbangs.
Okay, he knows what it is.
It's basically a video of you just eating food and making noise. It's so obnoxious. It's like because Okay, I understand sometimes you might make noise when you're eating, but it's like get on the microphone and it's like, dude, I don't need to hear that.
But that sounds more like mukbang ASMR. I feel like actual mukbangs are like more
Oh, you
like
might be right.
it's more like just like eating and talking to the viewers.
Yeah.
Like whoever you're there.
I still feel they slurp too close to the microphone.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's because it's trying to play into the trend of ASMR, of everything just became this thing ASMR, that thing ASMR. And mukbang, because like you mentioned, people do tend to make noise when they eat.
Yeah.
It's such an easy thing to make into an ASMR.
Right.
Yeah.
But Hunter's right. What attracted me to mukbangs was just watching people eat crazy amounts of foods while talking about the random shit or the food itself. So I'm down.
Have you seen Korean Englishmen on YouTube?
No.
They're like the two English guys that go around. They just basically eat Korean food and like bring like celebrities and stuff to eat with them. That's kind of like the vibe that I was thinking. Like we just go and like set up some cameras and we just eat and like talk. Basically doing a podcast, but at a restaurant while we eat.
Can we eat
talk about
Gaebul?
food. Can we eat what?
Gaebul.
What is a Gaebul?
The
We
thing
talked
we
about
ate
this.
about, we spoke about in the first.
Oh, wait. I
podcast.
actually don't remember what it is. I mean, I remember talking about it, but I don't remember what
Gaebul. It sounds like Gaebul.
it does. Okay.
Because when you're a man and you're gay, you like.
Bull?
That's the penis fish.
Oh, the penis fish.
Yeah.
I feel like we could do something like that where we walk around the market and film ourselves
No, we've got to eat it as well.
and eat it. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I
of
will
course.
say, Hunter, like, there's a sort of stereotype of, I guess a lot of, not just white people, but Americans specifically, don't like a lot of strange food or spicy food. Despite being a country rich in diversity in terms of food, you guys don't eat that much. But I'm pretty impressed that you tend to give everything a try.
Yeah, I'm pretty open.
So, let's get you fucked up at the seafood market.
I actually really enjoy seafood. Seafood's like actually one of the things I like eating the most. I'll eat oysters and clams and octopus and pretty much anything. Raw
I
fish.
think I have another idea too. We should do one where we just play drinking games and get fucked up.
So Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday night.
Saturday night. Okay.
Wait,
okay.
we don't play drinking games on Saturday night.
Actually, I can't remember who was telling. I think it must have been one of my students, and I was talking about the podcast and stuff, and she actually mentioned, "Oh, you should play Korean college drinking games because that's a big thing here. Is that a lot of college groups that go out together, or people who are now young adults but were college friends. Whenever they go out, they always play drinking games, and I know a couple."
We should do that.
Or-
A couple PG ones too.
Or I was gonna say we could just get like that could be like a fun thing where we bring in like a guest or something, and they teach us like Korean drinking games, and we all play together like that.
I can teach, Hunter. I just said this. I know them all. The
You know
PG
them
ones
all?
too.
What's your favorite one?
I'm gonna say it, but I know some of the viewers who have played the game with me are all gonna say, "But you always can play when we play the game." But it's called dalgi.
Oh, doggy.
Oh, you know dalgi?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So dalgi's, it's a love-hate thing because it just gets so competitive,
Yeah.
and people just want to zoom even when we say slow it down in the beginning. But I love that. And my second
But
favorite
explain
one
the
is
game.
Dangan.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
It's so hard to. I tried to learn this game
It's
when
a
I first
rhythm
came
game.
here. It's so and I have no rhythm. That's why it's hard. So also, it not only is it a rhythm game, it also uses like one of the hardest words for me to like when I was like first learning Korean. One of the hardest words to start pronouncing.
Which is what?
Dalgi.
How is dalgi one of the?
It was so hard for me to pronounce. I could never say it right.
Which part?
All of it. And so like I would like try to play it and I'd be like doggy, and they're like, "You are not saying it right."
I can hear already.
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
It's,
So we're not explaining how to.
So
play.
okay. I don't know. That's so weird that you've just put us on the spot in terms of how to explain the game. But it's a rhythm game where you essentially have to count while saying the word dalgi.
Okay.
And for those who don't know, dalgi means strawberry,
Uh-huh.
right? So it's essentially a counting game.
Yeah.
And you'd say dalgi at the end. So you'd go 1, 2, 3, dalgi.
Mhm.
But then you'd start adding dalgi to one before. So 1, 2, dalgi.
Mhm.
Dalgi, 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 dalgi.
Mhm.
And then when you get to 4, you go back to 3. So the person, and you go in a circle. So it would start with you and you'd go dalgi. Hunter would
I'd
go
say
dalgi,
dalgi,
dalgi. I'd go dalgi.
Then I have to do doggy.
No,
doggy,
and then
doggy. Well, I'm saying
dogger.
if we were this. Oh, sorry,
You know,
dogger.
Dogger's
Sorry, dogger.
number 4.
Yeah,
you know,
my bad.
dogger we go dalgi. And when we get back to you, you have to go to 3, and he goes 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And whoever
3,
messes up has to
2,
drink.
1. And whoever messes up drinks, but you go faster and faster and faster.
I feel
and
like I'm
faster.
gonna drink all the time.
Yeah. No. So what
That's the
happens
point.
is
You just keep drinking.
there's usually one dude that just can't get into the game.
I guess he just doesn't get to play the game.
And that dude just gets slammed.
Yeah.
So do you guys remember Japanese Mark Okinawa?
Yes. Shout out, Mark.
We played the game with him. That man, even when he started, he drank. He couldn't even count to 4 and say
Yeah.
dalgi. That man just drank the entire night.
There's like Korean drinking games are so interesting. I think we could probably do a whole episode on Korean drinking games if we wanted to. My favorite one's the Chiyeochul game. I know it's very ajashi, very konde, but like it's like
You said it.
So there's different like subway lines and everything, and so there's like this chant that you say before you start a drinking game. Like it for all the Korean drinking games, it's kind of like Mario Party in a way, where like it's you all kind of do this little chant, and then whoever's turn it is. So if it's my turn, we like do this chant, and then when it's my chant, I say the name of the game, and we start immediately.
Yes.
And then we play the game. Someone loses, you drink. Then it goes to Brandon. Brandon, we do the little chant. Brandon says the name of the game. It starts. We drink, and then the next person. And so you just keep playing different games over and over and over again.
Sometimes people repeat games, but
Yeah,
it is what
you can
it is.
repeat
Yeah.
games. But like the Chiyeochul game is, so like we would do the little chant. I'd say, okay, Chiyeochul game, start. And then I would say like line 2, Hongdae. And then he has to say another station on line 2. And then you have to keep going, and you can't repeat. And then whoever can't name one has to drink. I really like that one.
I like that one.
Which
too.
sucks
Yeah.
because I don't take the train that often because I live in Hongdae. I don't need to. I
Yeah.
just walk wherever. I'm gonna die.
I've only played one where it's like you think of something and it has to be made into kimchi. And then you look it up on Naver, and if it exists, you have to drink.
Wait.
So it's like this. It's
Wait,
like
wait.
this. It's like this. It's like you have to think of something completely random that there's no way somebody turned it into kimchi. But then you look it up, and if somebody did, then you have to drink. So it's like I'll be like banana kimchi. There's no way somebody made banana kimchi. Then you go on the phone, Naver, and then you go banana kimchi, and then boom, there's like all these images of banana kimchi. Somebody has done that.
Oh my god.
And so it's like, okay, then I have to drink. And then you try. Like, what is something that there's no way they made it into kimchi?
Oh, octopus kimchi.
no,
Okay,
they
it exists.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
exists.
yeah.
You.
No, I can't think of anything. I'm thinking.
So
I'm
that's the
drinking.
thing. But that's the thing. It's so fun because everything has been made into kimchi. So
everyone drinks.
Everyone is gonna drink. You're gonna try, but you're gonna fail.
Yeah. No,
I
think-
like that game.
I think maybe when Dogger gets back or comes back to life, we could do this. Could be our next episode if people are interested in this.
I was drinking.
Yeah.
Can we drink here or will we take it outside?
That's a good question. We'll have to see, or maybe it's a Patreon episode.
Mm.
Yeah. I think we're almost out of
I
time
think
here.
we just like put it in here and
we just don't say anything.
and then nobody knows.
Our homie watches the podcast.
Yeah, he watches the podcast.
We don't do that.
We would never.
There's no spicy water to be had here.
Unfortunately, we are going to kind of cut this one short today.
yeah.
We don't have Dogger here, and we started a little late. So before we go, is there anything you guys would like to say or share with the loyal fans?
Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you're feeling extra helpful and spicy, please feel free to donate to our Patreon. Or I guess not donate, but subscribe to the
Join
Patreon.
our Patreon.
We are join.
Yeah.
We're like a club.
Yeah, it's a club.
Nice.
It's a community.
Community.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
What's great about Patreon is that like people who join the community, there's like 3 different tiers they can join. It's like 5, 10, 20, I think.
Yeah.
And basically, if you do the $5 tier, which is the lowest, you get everything. We pretty much provide everything. Maybe the people who watch on YouTube see at the beginning there's some names that we put up that say like thank you for the support. That's a little bit of a higher tier, but everything else is a lower tier. And we're constantly coming up with new ideas of stuff to do. We want to do some bonus shows. Right now we're just planning to do 1 bonus episode a month. But I think pretty soon we might have some announcements about some extra shows we'll be doing. So I think the goal is for us to have 1 piece of content every week on Patreon eventually to get to that. We decided today that on our Instagram, we're going to start trying to post more personal videos and pictures of like stuff we're doing, even if we're all out together. But it'll only be on our close friends' stories, and you can get access to that by joining our Patreon. And yeah, but if you don't want to join Patreon, that's totally fine. Hitting like on our videos, watching our videos helps a lot. Downloading our podcast on Spotify or Apple, whatever you use, that helps a ton. If you listen to us on Spotify, Apple, please hit the little download button or leave us a review. That helps us a ton.
Also, F in chat for Dogger.
Yeah,
Please.
Evan Jeff Dogger.
Let's do that.
Rest in peace, baby.
Rest in peace. But I think our seance appointment is due in about an hour, so we're gonna go to that seance and see if we can bring him back for
Who's
you guys.
got the Ouija board?
Yeah, we're gonna do it. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. Sorry it was a little bit of a shorter episode, but we'll be back to our normal time next week. So thank you for listening, and we'll see you guys then. Bye.
Peace. Oh wait, I keep forgetting.
You keep forgetting to do the hearts. You gotta do the hearts.
Love you all.
Bye.